Hello and welcome to the Loewen Double Hung window installation method. Today we're going to be installing a Loewen Double Hung window using the AMA Type A methodology, which is what we recommend. Beginning with your wall opening, which will be covered in a Tyvek or weather-resistant barrier, we're going to be making a box cut around the perimeter of the opening flush with the framing elements. So begin at one of the top corners perhaps and run a cut all the way across the top of the window, down the sides, and flush across the bottom. Next, we're going to make 245 cuts at the top of our window opening, roughly 6 inches long. And we're going to fold that back with a piece of spare tape or perhaps staples. That should do. Next, we're going to make 2 cuts down the side jambs at about 1.5 to 2 inches. The cut is going to come all the way down, flush with the bottom of our rough opening to allow room for the nailing flange to contact the sheathing. In order to make these corner butterfly seals as you see here, take a piece of soft flashing, roughly 8 to 10 inches long, fold it in half, and beginning at the folded area, make a 45-degree angle cut to relieve the corner. Now you have a corner seal butterfly and you're ready to seal the corners. First, fold the seal over like so, placing a crease in it. This will help you wrap around the corners. And then remove the backing from the soft flashing tape. Now, carefully apply this to the inside corner, pressing firmly down into the corner to make sure that there are no air bubbles. Then fold the butterfly seal down around the outside corner at a 45-degree angle, like so, and smooth out the flashing tape against the surface firmly. A J-roller can be used as well as hand pressure. Now that we've completed our corner butterfly seal application, we're going to measure up our rough opening for the soft pan sill flashing. Measure across the rough opening, adding 6 inches to each jamb side for your total overall length. Having cut our soft sill flashing, we're going to lay it down in the opening such that it will be able to overlap over the weather-resistant barrier by a minimum of 2 inches. Peel the adhesive off the back side of the flashing tape. Just begin with a few inches. Set it so that you have a 6-inch overlap up the side jamb, and continue peeling the backing as you work your way across. Pressing the flashing tape firmly into the rough opening as you go. Using a knife, apply a cut to the bottom corner, beginning at the wall rough opening and working your way outward at right angles. Do the same on the other side. Remove any adhesive backing that remains and secure the flashing tape to the exterior of the wall. Fold the flashing tape down at the sill, again firmly rolling and pressing in to ensure there are no air pockets left behind. The exterior flashing detail is now complete. However, in order to protect the rough framing on the opening all the way to the interior, a secondary line of flashing tape needs to be applied. Using the same length of soft flashing we employed for the outer layer, we're going to pre-cut, measure and pre-cut another layer and apply it to the inside like so. Align the soft flashing tape with the interior edge of your rough framed opening. Set it into place Begin to remove the backing, rolling the adhesive in as you go. Next, we need to apply shims to the rough opening sill area, placing them approximately 1 inch from the side jamb and 1 inch back from the rough opening leading edge, like so. Now we're going to apply an exterior grade window and door sealant to the wall sheathing. Apply a minimum 3/8 inch bead of sealant, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch from the edge of the opening, around the full perimeter, side, head, and side of the window opening. At the sill, apply the same bead of sealant, but leaving periodic interruptions to allow any incidental water to escape from the rough opening. Unwrap the window, but do not cut the green belly strap until the window is fully installed. Making sure the window is secured in the opening with a working partner, insert the tip of a wood shim or composite shim into the areas where there is a gap in the sealant before screwing down the nailing flange. Ensuring the window is level in the opening, apply a screw to each bottom corner nailing flange using a minimum 1.5 inch long screw. Using a 4-foot or longer level, ensure that your jambs are vertically level, plumb, and adjust with shims on the interior if necessary. In order to ensure the window is square in the opening, verify with the cross measurement check from corner to corner. If the measurements are the same, the window is square. Once the window is installed square, plumb, and level, apply nailing flange screws to every other hole, ensuring the screws are being driven straight. For standard installation in non-impact, non-hurricane zones, apply a screw to every other hole in a nailing flange. For hurricane or impact zones, apply a screw to every single hole in the nailing flange. Once the window is secured, remove the shims that you have placed previously at the sill nailing flange. Now that the window has been plumbed, leveled, and squared and secured by the exterior nailing flange, the security strap can be cut. The security strap can be cut flush with the interior rough opening jamb. The next step is to remove both the lower and upper sash. Unlock the sash, lift the sash a few inches, depress the sash lock, lower the sash to 90 degrees, lift out one side, then the other, and set the sash aside in a safe place. To remove the top sash, pull the sash down midway, depress the tilt latches, again tilt the sash in to 90 degrees, and remove the sash, lifting one side at a time. Next, using a flat tip screwdriver, apply gentle pressure to the jamb block in order to remove it from the jamb opening. Remove and discard the small fuzzy patch found on the jamb block. Included in each window package will be a jamb jack installation kit. Remove the fuzzy and the screw from the package. Apply a supporting shim to the middle of the side jamb, just beneath or above the jamb jack block. Using a drill and a T25 driver bit, apply the screw into the jamb jack receiver. Continue until you hear a click. Once the jamb jack screw is bedded, remove the support shims. Using either a laser line level or a bubble level, ensure that the jambs are straight and vertically level. If the jambs are bowed, adjust the jamb jacks as required to achieve straightness. The next step is to reapply the jamb blocks in their original location and press in the jamb weather stripping firmly. Remove the backing from the supplied fuzzy patches and apply to the jamb blocks. The next step is to reinstall the sash and operate them to ensure that everything is working properly and that there are no daylight gaps. Lock the sash and check the side jambs to make sure that there is no daylight being revealed on either side. If there are, further adjustments at the jamb jacks may be necessary. Now it's time to apply the soft flashing tape to the sides of the window. Cut the tape so that it will extend 5 inches or so above the head of the window and 4 inches beneath the sill of the window. Peel the backing from the soft flashing tape to begin. Set in place to overlap the nailing flange, removing the backing as you go. Wipe the flashing tape firmly with your hands or with a J-roller to ensure that there are no air bubbles remaining behind. Remove the backing from the other half of the flashing tape as you move down the window, wiping firmly as you go to remove all air bubbles. Now it's time to release the upper flap, allowing it to drape down over the top of the window, creating a water shedding plane. Using 2 pre-cut sections of soft flashing tape, seal the 45 miter corners that we've pre-cut earlier in the process. The next step is to apply a low expansion, closed cell window and door insulation foam. Insert the tip of the nozzle to the point of contact with the nailing flange and withdraw it approximately 1 inch. Apply a steady stream of foam around the full perimeter of the window. Do not fill the entire cavity at the first run with foam. Return a second time after the first layer has cured and apply a second layer of foam to the opening. Your Loewen Double Hung window installation is now complete. Please note that local codes and conditions may supersede our recommendations. In all cases, we recommend that you defer to local authorities.